The game of tennis, competitive tennis, is only 1 point long. And I'm pausing there to let you think about that. You're saying, well, no, they're out there for 5 hours. What do you mean? They're playing very long matches. But the game of tennis is played 1 point at a time, all the time. And your ability as a competitive player to play 1 point at a time directly influences your success in match play. That's such a big statement that I have to say it again. Your ability to play 1 point at a time, all the time, directly affects your ability in match play to succeed. And what happens to us in match play, being human, is we get affected by points that have just been played. Sometimes we're discouraged by a point that's just been played, sometimes we're elated by a point that's just been played. And either way, what that does is it drains energy away from the present moment, from the point that we're playing. So for all of you that aspire to be competitively successful, the goal of playing 1 point at a time, all the time, is an excellent goal. And if I can use a world-class example, somebody that has been down and then up and then is going through some challenges now, when we look at the career of Andy Murray, a very talented young guy who had issues staying in the moment, who was affected by his own misses on court so that he wasn't fully present for every point. And when Yvonne Lendl started coaching him, one of the things that Lendl brought to him was the ability to be more present, to be in each point, and to not let the last point sort of bleed into the current point and affect your ability to concentrate. And so we saw him achieve a great thing. The winning of Wimbledon by a British player was just an amazing achievement. Mostly because of that. His game, technical game, strategic game didn't change all that much, but his mental game changed so much because now he was really there competing every single point of every single match, and that's tough to play against. If you've ever competed against somebody who is quite present and ready to compete on every single point, it's a challenge to play against those people. So now we see Andy Murray in a different place. Lendl and Murray have parted company, and you see some of the parts of his personality letting the points affect him. They come back into his game, and we see it very, very clearly, even with a very talented player, world-class player like Andy Murray. So this is not something that you will master in a day. When you're working on technical things with a coach, you give yourself, weeks or a season or sometimes years to master the skills, the technical skills. Learning to play 1 point at a time all the time is an excellent goal, and give yourself a big window. Recognize how many points you can play in a row before you get distracted, before you lose your way, and then gently bring yourself back to the present for the next point if you can. Recognize that as you develop the ability to play 1 point at a time, you become a much tougher competitor. And I just want to leave that idea with you because it's a fundamental aspect of competitive tennis, and one that will really serve you well as you experience that opportunity for mastery of it.